Now let's continue. Let's talk about this tweet you quoted for a second. What has changed mentally from now from back then? In a tweet you talked about how when you were in your prime, you might not have always been your happiest, but now you feel joy and really having fun with boxing again. Just elaborate a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of different things. It's hard coming up being a female fighter. It's hard coming up being a fighter, both on the male side and on the women's side. But it's no secret that you have less resources when you're a female fighter, and less options. And I'm very happy that that's starting to turn around. We also have to deal with things. I had to deal with things like weight. It's a little bit different from women and men perspective. So failed, but learned, and that's a great thing. Every time you fail, you learn something. So that's the part of the journey. You can fail, but as soon as you pick up a lesson from that, that's fine. And today I can just to be honest, I can just pick the stuff that works for me, that all that come together inside the ring, and relax a little bit more, just be here for the love of boxing, and be where I wanted to be, just have a chance or an opportunity, but be right where I want to be, and that's right now here in Kronk gym with JB.
One of the things that you mentioned too, as far as being here in Crunk with JB, how do you like Michigan and visiting Detroit? How many times have you been here in Michigan in particular?
I've been here one time before. That's wow, that's like 6, 7 years ago. But I mean, when I'm coming in here, there's so much history on the walls, in the walls. All these champions, all these fighters who's been, my God, it's kind of like sets in the spirit of all these big champions, and hearing all the stories from Jonathan, from other fighters around here. It feels very special to be here and very inspiring. And you feel also kind of like you don't want to let them down, you want to keep that legacy going too.
And see, Slayers and Sleds, what has the Queen keep telling you? It's about history, it's about legacy, it's about hard work, determination. It's a certain feel when you get here. When you in this city, you understand that boxing is great and we don't accept anything less. So let's talk about a few other things. Now, what is some great advice you would give to young women and the youth considering getting into boxing?
I think it's important to be realistic, what you want and where you want to go. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. I think it's just important, not to try to sugarcoat anything. This is going to be hard work. It's going to be painful at sometimes, and sometimes you're going to get up and your body's going to hurt and you don't want to go to the gym. But when you are able to do that, on those days, that is the greatest feeling, and that is worth it all.
Okay, you heard it here first. It's the Queen Micah K. This is Afternoon Sports Slate. It's the First Lady Cecilia. You know what time it is. I told you, you gotta make sure to stay tapped in. It's can't stop, won't stop. It's only gonna get better with time. Remember, the Queen Micah K. I'm out.